Oh, hi, how are you doing? This is Rajiv Makni on the Cell Guru Show. You just saw me using the Nothing lipstick. The Nothing ear stick. Very, very interesting in terms of the form factor, the design language used. These pivot out, right now you're seeing this little cylinder, pivots out, and now you have access to the buds. Now, nice design, again, transparent design, open ear, brilliant in terms of everything else from the design to the sound, custom drivers, everything fantastic, right? Except for one thing. These do not have noise cancellation. The very fact that they're open ear kind of makes sure that they cannot, but they do not have noise cancellation. They're priced at about 8,000 rupees. So in our review, we'll tell you, is they still worth it at this price? Then we'll move on to a very famous Qualcomm segment, and we'll talk about app development using a phone to code. Incredible. We'll meet someone who's actually published 4 apps on the Play Store, and all of it just on his phone. And then we'll move into our long-term review of the Samsung Foldable. This is a story all of you have been asking for because, in terms of foldable phones, the Flip and the Fold in their 4th generation now. And I've been using them for more than 2 months out here. So this is a very mature product. Each of them really well thought out. But is it now really the best you can do in terms of folds? We'll tell you all about it in our long-term review. Let's get started with today's show. Our big review today is the Nothing ear stick. Now, what we'll do, quite a few interesting things with it. We'll review it, then I'll also do a comparison. The Nothing ear stick versus the Nothing Ear 1 versus the Oppo Air 2 Pro versus the OnePlus Buds Pro. Lots of things to do, and there's a reason why we're doing it, because these are brilliant in terms of this lipstick-shaped package that they have. Usually everybody has squares or rectangles and flat stuff like boxes. But this one has a lot going for it. Custom drivers in it, transparent design, great stuff in this one. But then eventually it comes down to one thing. You want it all, including design and sound, battery life, great software, fantastic UI on the app. But you also want noise cancellation, at least for something that's more than 5,000 rupees. This does not have noise cancellation. So we'll review it, and then we'll actually compare it to all the others in the same price segment.
Nothing has launched its second TWS in India, the Nothing Ear Stick. Apart from keeping an out-of-the-box design, the ear stick is pretty similar to the original TWS, the Nothing Ear 1. In our review, we tell you the differences between the two, and we also tell you how the ear stick compares against the competition. If you keep both earbuds next to each other, they are not that different. They both have transparent stems. However, where the two stand apart is the case of the buds. The Ear 1 has a transparent square case and the lid opens to the top. The ear stick has a cylindrical lipstick style case. The case needs to be rotated to open, and if you drop the case, the buds are not going to fall out. Coming to the design of the buds, the company follows its policy of raw beauty of technology with both the earbuds. The Ear 1 and the ear stick have a transparent design. The stems are covered in clear plastic and has the dotted branding. The Ear 1 features a silicone tip that seals the entry of the ear canal and helps with noise cancelling. The ear stick follows the half-in-ear style. This will aid users in being aware of their surroundings. Nothing claims that this is designed to be more comfortable. The half-in-ear style also means that the ear stick does not support active noise cancellation. On the other hand, Ear 1 comes with ANC support. Users who want ANC will prefer the original Ear 1 to the newer stick. The latest earbuds come with custom audio technology. Users also get new software tweaks like bass lock and a new equalizer for a more immersive experience. The ear stick boasts a 12.6mm driver, whereas the Ear 1 came with a smaller 11.6mm driver. The 12.6mm drivers deliver bold and bass-heavy sound, making the experience quite enjoyable. Nothing has also changed the touch controls with the stick. They now come with press controls. The quality of the audio calls is better in the newer ear stick as compared to the original Ear 1. We also noticed that the microphone can easily block ambient sound. This is a plus given that there is no ANC. Both the Ear 1 and the ear stick have their set of pros and cons. The Ear 1 is priced at Rs 7,299, while the ear stick is priced at Rs 8,499. While you cannot go wrong with either of the two, if you are someone who needs active noise cancellation and a pair of earbuds that cancel out ambient noise, then go for the Ear 1. But if you are looking for a more lightweight, non-invasive earbuds And no, ANC is not a deal breaker, then go for the year stake. Now coming to the competition, that is Oppo's Enco Air 2 Pro and the OnePlus Buds Pro. Talking about the Enco Air 2 Pro, the biggest pro against the year stake is that it comes with active noise cancellation and is much cheaper at Rs 3,499. The big 12.4mm driver and a custom-made large rear chamber work with the Enco Live bass to produce a deeper bass and an overall balanced sound. The Enco Air 2 Pro can be connected to two devices at once. The OnePlus Buds Pro, on the other hand, is priced at Rs 7,990. It comes with adaptive noise cancellation that can cancel noise at up to 40 decibels. The 11mm drivers deliver good sound quality. Depending on your needs and budget, one cannot go wrong with either of the four devices, and all four are on our list of recommendations. The unique design of the Nothing Ear Stick gives it a double thumbs up from us.
Now let's move on to our very, very famous and much awaited Qualcomm segment. And today we'll talk about app development. And right at the beginning, I said, most people will say, what's the big deal? There's so many people developing apps, but this is very, very special. We'll meet Pallav. He started coding when he was in school. He developed his first app when he was in the 12th standard. He's developed 4 apps already. He wants his apps to be very simple to use. But here's the big deal. He codes all on his phone. Isn't that amazing? Technological advancement has really improved and streamlined our day-to-day activities, disrupting the status quo and making things available just our fingertips. We know now that smartphones dominate the world today. But do you know what is that factor that led to its growth, this incredible growth? The biggest factor is the development of mobile applications. Think about it. If your phone didn't have mobile applications, if you could not go and replace it with new ones, try out new things, just increase the power of your phone just by a new app, would you really have seen smartphones absolutely explode? The app is everything. Apps have changed the way we travel, eat, shop, book a cab, and do so many more things. So an app is not just everything, there's also an app for everything. Now the reason for the massive growth of mobile apps is twofold. One is that people love the ease of apps, right? And secondly, everyone always carries their smartphone with them. So now that we've established that an app is a super powerful thing, have you ever wondered who are the people who are actually developing these apps? How are they making sure that they get the right app? There are now millions of companies out there doing fantastic work on apps, and that leads to a new career opportunity for people to explore. Low cost of development and app stores that made publishing apps easy. App development quickly became a sought-after career. It's a hot career right now. And the credit of enriching our life goes to mobile applications that have brought about a drastic change. Apps have provided ample scope for developers to showcase their hidden talent and creativity. The mobile app industry has catapulted and gone beyond everybody's imagination. Another advantage of smartphones is that because of this very strong processors inside, one can learn how to code on their phones itself. Yes, no longer sitting in front of a big screen, a huge giant supercomputer. Now people can make apps on the phone itself. And that's our guest for today. We met up with Pallav Parikh, an upcoming Android app developer. He learned how to develop apps on his phone when he was still in school. After completing his graduation in computer engineering, he decided to start working as an app developer and now develops apps for Android phones. His apps are available for download through the Google Play Store.
The use of mobile phones in our everyday life has proved to be of utmost importance. Because of the ongoing transformation, mobile phones have now become more than just communication devices. Today, the increase of mobile applications for individuals and businesses alike has changed the way we experience life. Thanks to the rise of apps, there is now an increased need for app developers. We meet 22-year-old Pallav Parikh, an app developer and a coder. Pallav says it's not profession, rather passion for him.
मैंने अब तक 4 ऐप बनाई है। उसमें सबसे पहली ऐप थी पर्सनल नोट, जो कि अभी प्ले स्टोर में भी अवेलेबल है।
Pallav learned coding and developing apps when he was in class 10. For him, self-learning was the key. He saw people around him developing Android apps, and it piqued his interest. He saw the growth of application development as there was an app for everything.
फिर 12th में मैंने एंड्रॉइड ऐप बनाना सीख कर लिया और मैंने चालू किया उसको पब्लिश करना है। मैंने पहली ऐप बनाई पर्सनल नोट्स, वो मैंने एंड्रॉइड प्ले स्टोर पर पब्लिश कर दी। पब्लिश करने के बाद बहुत अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स आया। एक ही महीने में 1000 डाउनलोड्स हो गए, 1000 डाउनलोड्स ज़्यादा हो गए। अभी भी डाउनलोड से आ रही है, अभी तक 10,000 हो गए डाउनलोड्स। तो जैसे एप्लीकेशन बढ़ते रहे तो मुझे भी हुआ कि चलो और बनाते हैं, कुछ और ज़्यादा बनाते हैं।
While growing up, Pallav was demotivated on many opportunities for choosing an unconventional career. But he says his family's support kept him going.
वो लोग पहले तो खुश हो गए कि ओ अब मेरा बेटा आईटी फील्ड में जाएगा, फिर वो कंप्यूटर फील्ड में जाएगा। क्योंकि अभी भी इंडिया में क्या है कि ओके कंप्यूटर फील्ड तो क्या बहुत अच्छा नाम है, बहुत अच्छा वो बहुत ऊपर जाएगा। मुझे सब सपोर्ट किया, एनकरेज किया कि हाँ बेटा आप करो, अब शुरू तो करो एटलीस्ट।
हर पेरेंट को लगता है कि अपना लड़का कुछ पढ़ाई में रस ले, पढ़ाई करे, उसका रिजल्ट अच्छा हो। और मोबाइल में रहता है और लैपटॉप में रहता है तो हर पेरेंट को लगता है कि वो टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा है। फिर क्या हुआ कि मैंने देखा कि वो तो ऐप बना रहा है, वो कुछ कोडिंग कर रहा है, कुछ वेबसाइट में रिसर्च कर रहा है। तो मैंने लगा कि अच्छा है, वो तो आईटी में जा रहा है तो खूब अच्छी बात है, खूब बढ़ेगा वो। तो मैं अब देख रहा हूँ कि खूब वो इंटरेस्ट से काम कर रहा है और खूब अच्छी तरह से काम कर रहा है।
In the age of smartphones, Pallav says more than apps, phones must be powerful to be able to handle the applications. It is important that phones do not heat up to give the user the best experience.
फ़ोन सबसे पहले तो अच्छा सा एंड्रॉइड ओएस चाहिए, लेटेस्ट एंड्रॉइड चाहिए, क्योंकि वो सपोर्ट होगा एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो से। तो एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो के साथ वो पेयर होना चाहिए। अगर एंड्रॉइड 12 माइनस होगा तो ये पेयर ही नहीं होगा, वायरलेस आपको वायर लगाना पड़ेगा। तो सबसे पहले तो फ़ोन का ओएस लेटेस्ट होना चाहिए, प्रोसेसर फास्ट होना चाहिए, क्योंकि एप्लीकेशन बन के कंप्यूटर में तो फ़ोन में आ जाएगी, फ़ोन ही स्लो होगा तो एप्लीकेशन इंस्टॉल में बहुत देर लग जाएगी। वो आपको टेस्टिंग करने में बहुत ज़्यादा आपका टाइम वेस्ट हो जाएगा वहाँ पर। तो आपको प्रोसेसर स्पीड में होगा तो जल्दी जल्दी ऐप इंस्टॉल होगा, आपको जल्दी से प्रीव्यू दे देगी आपको वहाँ पे ही।
But it's not a cakewalk to develop applications for Android. Pallav tells us about the many parameters through which he must run the apps before launching them.
सबसे पहले तो एप्लीकेशन हो गई तो वो कैसे चलती है डिफरेंट स्क्रीन साइज़ में। अगर ये छोटा फ़ोन है, जैसे टैबलेट हो गया या पीसी हो गया या वॉच हो गई, आप जिससे भी एप्लीकेशन बनाते हैं तो आपको सबको टेस्ट करना पड़ेगा कि ये स्क्रीन में कैसा चल रहा है, ये स्क्रीन में कैसा चल रहा है। फिर वो अगर पीसी में कुछ चलेगा कोई एंड्रॉइड एनवायरनमेंट में तो वो कैसा दिखेगा, टैबलेट में कैसा दिखेगा, अगर आपसे लैंडस्केप में करेंगे तो कैसा स्क्रीन आएगी। या फिर अगर आप अगर फ़ोन बहुत ही वो कहता है कि वो सस्ता या 10,000 या 15,000 का फ़ोन तो उसमें कैसा चलेगा, 5,000 का फ़ोन तो कैसा चलेगा, अगर फ़ोन स्पीड कम होगी तो कैसा चलेगा। फिर देखिए कि स्क्रीन क्वालिटी कैसी है, लाइक फ़ोन अभी डार्क मोड में या लाइट मोड में है तो वहाँ पर कैसा चलेगा। इंटरनेट अगर बहुत ही कम स्पीड में हो तो कैसा चलेगा, वो सब पैरामीटर्स में चेक करने पड़ते हैं बिफोर रिलीज पब्लिश ऑन प्ले स्टोर।
Apart from developing apps as he was passionate about them, he also thought of developing apps that were free to the user and easy to use. He says that his apps can be used by anyone. In the age of smartphones, our lives are being run by new applications. Everybody needs apps to make their lives easier. And that can be achieved thanks to powerful processors which make sure that the app runs smoothly and the phone does not heat up. This has given rise to a new career opportunity for people like Pallav, who are now developing apps and making the most of this newfound chance.
You know, that was fantastic. And I had a fantastic opportunity also to meet up with Pallav and find out more. So hi Pallav, welcome to the show. अच्छा Pallav, शुरू करते हैं, बताइए कितना important है to have a good processor to be able to run and test apps जिस तरीके से आप कर रहे हैं?
प्रोसेसर मोबाइल के लिए दिमाग की तरह काम करता है। अगर दिमाग ही स्लो होगा तो फ़ोन ही पूरा धीमा हो जाएगा, स्लो। तो ऐसे सजेस्ट करता हूँ कि फ़ोन का जो प्रोसेसर है वो हमेशा फास्ट होना चाहिए। तो आपकी जो ऐप डेवलपमेंट की जो प्रोसेस चेन होगी वो बहुत ही स्पीड में हो जाएगी, वरना आपके जो स्पीड को टेस्टिंग होगा या डेवलपमेंट स्पीड होगी वो बहुत ही कम हो जाएगी। प्रोसेसर का जो होता है स्पीड वो मेनली 3 पॉइंट्स पे डिफ़र करता है। एक प्रोसेसर की जो क्लॉक स्पीड होती है वो नंबर ऑफ कोर ना क्लॉक स्पीड। तो नंबर ऑफ कोर में क्या है कि जितने ज़्यादा कोर्स अवेलेबल होंगे आपके प्रोसेसर में उतना ज़्यादा आपका स्पीड में काम करेगा।
Great, Pallav. Thank you so much. Congratulations on this incredible journey. I wish you the best of luck for the future. I also met up with Murali Krishnan B, President Xiaomi India. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thanks, Rajiv. Great to be on the show.
Thank you. All right, let me start off by asking you, a powerful performance is what makes for an amazing user experience, something that makes them want to come back to it again and again. Do you think without a good processor, people like Pallav would have been able to develop and test apps on their smartphones itself?
A great smartphone experience is like the optimization of multiple factors. For example, the display, the camera, the GPU, the battery, the charging. But it is the processor that orchestrates everything and brings that entire experience together. And it is that power of the processor that has enabled unimaginable innovation. For example, take the case of Pallav. Imagine somebody using their Xiaomi smartphone powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon processor to actually code and develop Android apps on that phone. That's just unimaginable. That's the power of technology.
Thank you so much for joining us. I hope to catch up with you soon.
Thank you.
Snapdragon is calling all you Cell Guru fans to join their global community called Snapdragon Insiders. This gives you access to the latest scoop on Snapdragon technology, a chance to connect with the experts behind the scenes, premium experiences, exclusive contests, and so much more. Look, I've been a Snapdragon Insider for very long. You should become one too. All you have to do is follow them on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm showing you the handles right here. Also, give yourself a chance to win a OnePlus smartphone by participating in the NDTV Snapdragon contest at ndtv.com/unleash your dreams. Let's take a quick break right now on the Cell Guru Show. When I come back, lots more happening. And let's move on to one more top story, a long-term review of Samsung Foldables. Now, you know, both the Fold and the Flip are in its 4th generation. Both are fantastic phones. Some people call them the best foldable phones you can buy. I've been using them for 2 months. Are the creases visible? Is the battery life any better? How's the performance? You know, in every which way, I think these are super duper mature products. But are they the foldable phones that you want to buy? You know, Samsung has done great stuff. They've given you the most powerful processors, great cameras. But once again, the question is, should you be ready to buy a foldable phone? Well, that gets answered today.
They flip, they fold, they pack all the power. But how well do they hold up over months of use? That's what we wanted to find out. It's now been a few months since the launch of the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 and Z Fold 4 Duo, and we have been putting the two phones through their paces. How well they have held up? Let's find out. Both the Z Flip 4 and Z Fold 4 are Samsung's top-end premium devices. From Gorilla Glass Victus Plus to an aluminium frame, the spec sheet gives you everything you might want for your money. But the proof is in the experience, and after 2 months of use, the foldables hold up with ease. The Z Fold 4 in particular exudes a premium feeling thanks to the reinforced hinges and better tolerance all around. That same high-end build quality extends to Samsung's smaller foldable too. Open up the two phones though and things aren't quite as breezy. For one, it is possible to detect traces of smudges and scuffs on the ultra-thin foldable glass. There's also the very noticeable crease. Sure, it doesn't always show up while passively reading content, but the bump across the middle of the display makes itself known the moment you start swiping and scrolling. What remains stellar, however, is the performance. Both phones are powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset, and combined with Samsung's One UI, performance has been as good as it gets. While the smaller Z Flip has a tendency to get pretty warm with intensive applications, the Z Fold 4 is one of the best devices to play games on due to its expansive screen. The experience is further amplified by the excellent software on board. Samsung's One UI adds ample customizations here to make use of the larger inner display as well as the outer display. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 in particular shines for productivity enthusiasts. In our months with the phone, it has proven to be a great addition for editing documents, PDFs, reviewing presentations on the go. And when the time comes to relax, the enormous screen is a godsend for watching Netflix on the couch. The Z Flip, on the other hand, is not that phone. The hardware is specifically designed to tuck away into your pocket and get out of the way. We have found it to be the perfect device for quick interactions or for evenings out when you need something that is communications first and a multimedia device second. Between the two phones, the Z Fold 4 is the clear winner as far as imaging is concerned. The primary 50 megapixel sensor is capable of capturing high quality images across lighting conditions. Moreover, it is paired up with a 3x optical zoom for greater reach and an ultra-wide lens that lets you capture more of the setting. While the photos aren't quite as good as what you'd capture with Samsung's other flagship, the Galaxy S22 Ultra, most users will not be disappointed. That said, the under-display camera on the Z Fold 4 left us wanting for more. It is an innovative look at the future of cameras, but as it stands, the picture quality just isn't good enough as standalone options. The Z Flip 4's camera setup on the flip side is a bit bog standard. The 12 megapixel primary and 12 megapixel ultra-wide duo do a decent job in daylight, but low-light shots suffer. Overall, the two phones have been diametrically opposite in their approach to smartphone use. While one prioritizes productivity, the other is all about portability and design. Neither phone can be termed as an all-rounder just yet, but if either of those features fit within your requirements, Samsung's hardware fits the bill and won't leave you wanting.
That then was the Cell Guru Show for this week. As always, lots of insanely good stuff coming up next week. Do join me then.